To settle for a watch that's not your grail can actually be a good thing. Take it from me. I'm going to tell you a little story. For as long as I can remember, I've been wanting to purchase an Omega Speedmaster Professional, but every time I start saving for it, I end up spending the money on another watch. About a year and a half ago, I was halfway there, but of course, I couldn't wait any longer and had to pick up an Omega Speedmaster Reduce, aka the Reverse Panda. The minute I laid eyes on this neo-vintage piece, I absolutely fell in love with it. As a huge fan of Japan and all things JDM, this particular piece was a must-have, as this particular model was a Japan-only release. The reference number is the 3511.50 and was produced from 1991 to 1998. And from 1991 to 1995, it came with a modified automatic Valjoux 7750 movement that Omega called the Caliber 1150 that featured 17 joules. Then from 1995 to 1998, they still use that Valjoux 7750 movement, but they called it the Caliber 1152, but put more joules in it, 25 to be exact, so it was higher beat. There's a romantic appeal that mechanical watches offer versus something like an Apple Watch. Sure, the Apple Watch has a ton of more features and can make your life much easier, but I'll take a mechanical watch every time. Some collectors like to bash any Omega Speedmaster that's not the professional and call them the fake moon watches. In my opinion, those purists need to get off their high horse and realize that at the end of the day, the watch is produced by the same company, and it's still a Speedmaster. Furthermore, I think that the big difference between the professional and something like a Reduce is that they're probably not as popular as a professional. Therefore, there's a certain charm to it, and also since they're a little bit smaller, they fit my wrist a little better. I was lucky enough to be able to find this watch in great condition. In fact, it came with box and papers. And to me, that takes this watch to the next level as a collectible piece. By looking at the condition of the inner box and how the box has aged, you can't help but think who originally owned this watch and how much it has seen. After all, the 1990s was already a hard time in Japan, and for Japanese people, it was the beginning of their economic turmoil and recession that resulted in the lost decade. This will become the era where young Japanese salarymen were forced to find different lines of work. It really puts things into perspective as we're now going through this pandemic. It is fair to say that when I get ready to pass this watch to the next generation, it will be filled with a rich history. This particular watch comes in at 38mm, is 13.65mm thick, and has a lug width of 18mm. Like I said before, it fits really good on my 6 7/8 inch wrist, that's 17.46 centimeters. The entire watch case and bracelet are constructed of 3/16 stainless steel. The bracelet features solid end links, but it does feature a folded clasp. That's not great, but it's acceptable for an older watch. I really like the Omega logo that's engraved on the clasp. The bracelet is almost entirely polished, so it's a real scratch magnet. The chronograph is very easy to engage and is very responsive. I particularly love the flyback function. The black dial against those silver subdials make this watch look very sporty. It features a fixed tachymeter bezel, twisted lugs, and the tritium loom has created an awesome creamy patina that I just can't get enough of. The watch features 3 rhodium subdials, running seconds, 30 minutes, and 12 hours. But one of the most useful features for me is a date complication located at the 3 o'clock. The highlight of this piece, in my opinion, is the movement, which is a modified Valjoux 7750. What's special about this movement is that it has a fully integrated chronograph, whereas the 351150 has a piggyback movement, or the degree du bois. This particular movement has a rotor that's unidirectional, can be hacked, hand wound, and some of the downfalls for me is that you can really feel and hear that rotor spinning, so it's a little annoying at times. Also, the crown in my opinion is a little small, making the winding a little difficult at times. Nonetheless, it's charming. The press-on case back features a famous hippocampus Omega logo and the word Speedmaster engraved on it. Just like with any other Speedmasters, this watch is a strap monster. And it's a watch that you can wear on a regular basis, as it does feature an anti-reflective sapphire crystal. But, I don't wear it as much due to the water resistance. At only 30 meters, that's just not enough to give me confidence to wear it daily. I love how this watch looks on different straps. You could turn it into an elegant piece by putting a nice leather strap on it. The particular ones that I have are both rally style, so it's kind of a mix of sporty yet elegant, but you could definitely change it to whatever suits your needs. However, for a more sporty look, let's look at these Nato straps. In my opinion, they're the perfect companion. The cream color on this particular Nato matches the color of the tritium, but for an ultra-mount speedy look, this black and orange Nato do the trick. There's a lot of collectors that stay away from vintage pieces, but my advice is open up to the idea and explore the vintage world. Remember, do your research and always buy from a trusted seller. A special thanks to Paul from the Wristwatch Addiction YouTube channel for the useful articles. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and as always, my friends, stay humble.